Never believed in fate until you stayed. We met like it wasn't planned, like life just made a small mistake. Your smile felt familiar, like something I forgot I needed to remember. We talked for hours about nothing, about everything, and somehow silence between us never felt empty. You said you didn't rush love, you let it come to you. I didn't know how rare that was until I saw it was true. I've loved loudly before, confused chaos with passion, but you felt like calm after honesty, like something built to last. You didn't ask me to change, you didn't ask me to prove, you just showed up consistently and let love move. I didn't fall, I arrived. If love is choosing slowly, day after day, then I choose you in the quiet, in every possible way. I don't need fireworks, I don't need a sign. If love feels like home, then this heart is finally mine. We learned each other gently, like we were afraid to rush. Every touch felt intentional, every word earned trust. You said I don't need forever, I just need you here. And that sentence changed everything I feared. A picture growing older, not louder, not fast, just sitting beside you, letting moments last. If love is built from presence and not dramatic display, then loving you feels like the most honest way. Maybe love isn't loud, maybe it's steady, maybe it's choosing someone when life gets heavy. I don't want perfect, I want real, and real with you is how love should feel. If love is choosing slowly, day after day, then I choose you in the quiet, in every possible way. I don't need fireworks, I don't need a sign. If love feels like home, then this heart is finally mine. Finally mine. Never promised me forever, you just stayed. I've been in love with words before, with plans that never came true. You love me with consistency, with things you actually do. You noticed when I got quiet, when my smile changed its shape. You didn't ask what was wrong, you stayed and gave me space. I thought love meant intensity, big moments, dramatic proof. I didn't know love could feel this calm and still be true. You held my hand like it mattered, like you weren't going anywhere. You showed up on ordinary days, like those were worth your care. You said I don't want I want honest and kind. And somehow that sentence rewired my mind. I didn't feel claimed, I felt chosen. You loved me without promises, without trying to impress. You loved me in the small things, and I felt it in my chest. If forever is built quietly in moments like these, then loving you feels like the easiest thing to believe. I imagine us years from now, not flawless, not new, just knowing how to listen like we already do. I don't need a fairy tale, I don't need a song, I just need this feeling to carry me along. You don't love loudly, you love deep. You don't run from silence, you let it speak. And in a world that rushes love just to feel alive, you make staying feel like the bravest choice in time. If love ever feels fragile, I won't walk away. I'll choose presence over comfort, I'll choose you that day. Because loving you taught me what real commitment is. It's not staying by habit, it's choosing love like this. You love me without promises, without needing a vow. You love me consistently, and I understand now. If forever is built quietly in moments like these, then loving you feels like the safest place to be. Safest place to be. I didn't expect love to feel this gentle. You sit beside me quietly, like there's nowhere else to be. No need to fill the silence, no need to entertain me. I've been loved in ways that rushed, tried to own and define. This feels like mutual choosing, one moment at a time. You don't rush my answers, you don't pull me close, you let me arrive naturally at matters most. I tell you about my fears, about leaving when it feels real. You don't flinch or interrupt, you just let me feel. You say love shouldn't trap you, it should let you grow. And suddenly I understand why this feels like home. I don't feel pressure, I feel peace. Love shouldn't hurt to matter, it shouldn't beg or chase. If love feels calm and honest, then this is the right place. I picture slow mornings, coffee, cold air, your smile. I picture choosing each other after a long, hard mile. Not because we have to, but because we want to stay. And that kind of love feels rare in every way. You don't try to impress me, you just let me see who you really are. And you trust that with me. I've waited my whole life for love that feels like this, quiet, deep, romantic, and hard to dismiss. If love ever tests us, if nights get long, I won't confuse difficulty with something gone wrong. Because loving you taught me that calm can be strong, and romance doesn't fade when it's built this long. Love shouldn't hurt to matter, it shouldn't beg or chase. If love feels calm and honest, then this is the right place. I don't need grand gestures, I don't need to be saved. If love feels like this moment, then loving you is brave. Is brave. Didn't know love could feel this safe. You don't rush my mornings, you don't rush my mornings, you don't rush my heart. You let me wake up slowly, like love doesn't need a start. I've lived inside relationships that felt like constant tests. This feels like being trusted without needing to confess. You look at me like I'm enough before I say a word. And somehow that quiet confidence is the most romantic thing I've heard. We talk about the future gently, not like something old, just like a road we might walk if it feels right as we go. You don't promise me forever, you promise me you're now, and that feels more reassuring than empty vows. I don't feel anxious, I feel calm. If love feels like safety, and safety feels like truth, then loving you feels natural, like breathing always new. I don't need loud devotion, I don't need a scene. If love feels like coming home, then this is what I mean. I imagine winters with you, quiet nights, steady flame. Not because nothing goes wrong, but because we don't walk away. I've learned love isn't perfect, it's patient and kind. It's choosing someone again, even when life isn't aligned. You say we'll learn as we go, like there's no fear in change. feels rare and new, like love finally learned how to stay true. If love ever asks us to bend, I won't break or run. I'll stay and listen deeply until we're done. 'Cause loving you taught me that romance can be calm, and calm can be strong for a very long time. If love feels like safety, and safety feels like truth, then loving you feels natural, like breathing always new. I don't need loud devotion, I don't need a scene. If love feels like coming home, then this is what I mean. What I mean. You never asked me to be sons, with lists I couldn't meet. I was always falling short, trying to be complete. You looked at me like I was whole, right where I stood, and that kind of acceptance did more than words ever could. You didn't rush my healing, you didn't push my pace. You let love meet me gently, right where I was placed. You say love should feel expansive, not like something tight, not like losing who you are, just to stay the night. I think about how often I confuse control with care, and how freeing it feels now to breathe love in the open air. I don't feel alone, I feel chosen. You love me without conditions, without shaping who I am. You didn't ask me to shrink so I could fit your plans. If love means being seen without fear or disguise, then loving you feels honest in every part of my life. I imagine growing older, still learning how to listen, still choosing understanding over proving a position. I don't need perfection, I don't need a script, I just need this feeling that love doesn't slip. You don't love in chapters, you love all at once. You don't threaten leaving, you chose presence up front. And that kind of stability feels deeply romantic to me, because it lets love grow into what it's meant to be. If love ever feels uncertain, I won't close my heart, I'll trust what we've built from the very start. Because loving you taught me that romance isn't control, it's standing beside someone and letting them be whole. You love me without conditions, without shaping who I am. You did didn't fall in love with you. I settled into it. It wasn't fireworks or chaos. It didn't knock me off my feet. It felt like finally exhaling after holding breath for years on repeat. You didn't rush the feeling, you let it find its place. And suddenly love felt natural, not something I had to chase. I've been loved in ways that burn bright and disappear just as fast. This feels like something steady, something built to last. You notice when I get quiet before I even speak. You don't ask what's wrong right away. You give me room to breathe. I tell you about my doubts, about fears I never named. You listen without fixing, and somehow nothing feels the same. I don't feel guarded, I feel calm. I didn't fall in love with you. I slowly learned your shape. I learned how love can feel like a rest and not a narrow escape. If love is something you grow into instead of something you chase, then loving you feels honest at a gentle, lasting pace. I imagine winters with you, cold nights, warm lights inside. Not because everything is perfect, but because we don't hide. I picture choosing you on hard days, not just when it's easy to stay. And that kind of love feels rare in the quiet everyday way. You don't love like it's temporary. You don't treat hearts like games. You love like you're building something that's meant to remain. And that kind of intention feels deeply romantic to me, because it lets love grow into what it's meant to be. Oh, if love ever feels ordinary, I won't mistake it for gone, because ordinary is where the deepest loves belong. You taught me passion doesn't fade when it learns how to rest. It just becomes something stronger, something honest and blessed. I didn't fall in love with you, I settled into truth. I found myself becoming calm right next to you. If love is something you grow into instead of something you chase, then loving you feels honest at a gentle, lasting pace. Lasting pace. Never believed love could be this quiet and still this strong. You don't fill the silence, you let it sit like it has something important to say if we listen to it. I've been loved in conversations that felt like debates. This feels like understanding before words take shape. You don't need to win, you don't need to lead. You walk beside me at a pace that feels right to me. You say love doesn't have to hurt to feel real, that pain isn't proof that something's ideal. I think about how many times I mistook chaos for flame. Now flame feels steady and romance has a name. I don't feel overwhelmed, I feel seen, and love feels quiet but never feels cold. Staying feels natural even when we get old. And loving you feels lasting, like something built to remain. Because real love doesn't rush, it learns how to sustain. I picture us years from now, still choosing this tone, still finding romance in the comfort we've grown. Not because passion faded, but because it evolved into something deeper that doesn't dissolve. You don't love in moments, you love in days. You show up consistently in 1,000 small ways, and that kind of devotion feels rare and true, because it doesn't ask for applause, it just continues with you. If love ever feels ordinary, I won't confuse that with loss, because ordinary is where the strongest loves cross. Loving you taught me that romance can stay long after the thrill fades, if you choose it that way. If love feels quiet but never feels cold, if staying feels natural even when we get old, and loving you feels lasting, like something built to remain. Because a real love doesn't rush, it learns how to sustain. You don't scare me away, you calm me down. I've known love that demanded answers, love that pushed and pulled, love that mistook intensity for something meaningful. You don't need reassurance, you don't need control, you let love feel natural, and that heals my soul. You don't ask where this is going, you let it be, and somehow that patience feels deeply romantic to me. You say love doesn't trap you, it lets you breathe, it lets you be afraid this feels like staying because I genuinely want us. I don't feel guarded, I feel open. Love shouldn't feel like pressure, it shouldn't feel like fear. If love feels calm and open, then I wanna stay right here. I don't need certainty, I don't need a sign. If love feels like peace, then loving you feels right. I imagine quiet mornings, cold air, your hand in mine, still choosing each other without racing against time. Not because love demands it, but because it feels true. Because love that feels peaceful is love that carries you through. You don't rush my healing, you don't rush my trust. You let me arrive slowly, like love never should rush us. And that kind of gentleness feels strong in every way, because it gives love room to actually stay. If love ever feels uncertain, I won't assume it's wrong. I'll listen to the quiet where truth belongs. Because loving you taught me that peace isn't weak, it's the strongest form of love I've ever seen. Love shouldn't feel like pressure, it shouldn't feel like fear. If love feels calm and open, then I wanna stay right here. I don't need certainty, I don't need a sign. If love feels like peace, then loving you feels right. Feels right. I never knew love could feel this steady. You don't chase the feeling, you don't try to make it loud. You let moments happen like love doesn't need a crowd. I've been in rooms full of noise, calling it connection. This feels like listening deeply without needing correction. You don't raise your voice to matter, you don't compete for space. You let affection show up in the calm upon your face. You say love is built in ordinary days, not the ones we post or save, and making dinner when we're tired, and staying kind when life behaves. I used to think romance had to feel dramatic and new. Now romance feels like knowing someone will always choose you. I don't feel uncertain, I feel sure. If love feels steady, even when nothing's wrong, if silence feels comfortable and nights don't feel too long, then loving you feels honest, like it's meant to stay. Because real love isn't urgent, it's choosing every day. I imagine seasons changing, winter nights and summer rain, still finding warmth beside you when life doesn't feel the same. Not because passion disappears, but because it learns how to rest. Because love doesn't burn itself out when it's built like this. You don't promise me perfection, you promise me effort and care. You say we'll figure it out, and somehow that feels rare. I've waited for love that feels grounded, that doesn't ask me to pretend. And now I finally understand why slow love lasts in the end. If love ever feels tested, if doubts knock at our door, I won't run from discomfort, I'll stay and listen more. 'Cause loving you taught me that romance doesn't flee, it stays through the questions and grows patiently. If love feels steady, even when nothing's wrong, if silence feels comfortable and nights don't feel too long, then loving you feels honest, like it's meant to stay. Because real love isn't urgent, it's choosing every day. Every day. I never felt rushed with you. You don't hurry my words, you don't fill every pause. You let silence settle like it has its own cause. I've been in love that demanded constant reassurance and proof. This feels like mutual choosing without needing truth booths. You say take your time, and you mean it. And somehow that patience makes me lean in. I tell you about my past, about a love that burned too fast. You don't compare, you don't judge, you just listen and let it pass. You say we don't have to rush this, like there's nowhere else to be. And I realize how rare it is to feel this kind of security. I don't feel pressure, I feel peace. If love moves slowly and still feels strong, if staying feels easy when days feel long, then loving you feels right without forcing a name. Because real love doesn't hurry, it learns the rhythm and stays. I imagine years from now, still choosing this pace, still finding romance in the lines on your face. Not because passion faded, but because it learned depth. Because love didn't rush itself into something it couldn't keep. You don't love like a deadline, you love like a choice. You listen with your presence, not just with your voice. And that steady affection feels deeper than flame, because it doesn't burn out, it remains. If love ever tests our patience, if life pulls hard and fast, I won't confuse urgency with something built to last. Because loving you taught me that romance can be slow, and slow can be strong in ways people don't know. If love moves slowly and still feels strong, if staying feels easy when days feel long, then loving you feels right without forcing a name. Because real love doesn't hurry, it learns a rhythm and stays, and stays. And stays. Never made me feel afraid to stay. I've known love that felt conditional, love that disappeared when things got hard. You stayed through uncomfortable silence, you stayed without keeping score. You didn't threaten distance, you didn't test my heart. You made staying feel natural, not something done in parts. You said love isn't leaving when it's easy, it's staying when it's real. And that sentence changed how I define what I feel. You don't panic when I hesitate, you don't rush my trust. You say we'll take this slowly, like love never should rush us. I think about how often I stayed out of fear before. This feels like choosing you without wondering what for. I don't feel trapped, I feel free. If love feels safe enough to let my guard come down, if staying feels like choosing, not like being bound, then loving you feels different in the best possible way. Because real love doesn't scare you, it invites you to stay. I imagine years ahead of us, not flawless, not loud, just knowing how to listen when life gets heavy somehow. I don't need constant reassurance, I don't need a vow, I just need this feeling that we're choosing each other now. You don't disappear in conflict, you don't close your heart, you stay present and honest even when things get hard. And that kind of consistency feels deeply romantic to me, because it shows me love is who you are daily. If love ever tests our patience, if nights feel long and cold, I won't run from the questions, I'll stay and hold. 'Cause loving you taught me that commitment isn't fear, it's choosing presence year after year. If love feels safe enough to let my guard come down, if staying feels like choosing, not like being bound, then loving you feels different in the best possible way. Because real love doesn't scare you, it invites you to stay. Stay. I don't need a perfect love, I need a real one. I've chased feelings that burn fast and left nothing behind. I've mistaken intensity for something divine. You don't overwhelm me, you don't try to impress. You just show up honestly and let love be less stress. You say love shouldn't exhaust you, it should feel like relief. And suddenly romance feels grounded beneath my feet. You notice the small things, the things no one sees, the shift in my voice when I'm not at ease. You don't force conversation, you don't demand change. You stay curious with me, and that feels strangely brave. I don't feel pressure, I feel peace. I don't need a perfect love, I need something true, something built on presence, something like you. If love feels calm and honest and doesn't try to pretend, then loving you feels like where I want this life to end. I imagine growing older, still choosing this pace, still finding romance in the lines on your face. Not because passion faded, but because it grew roots into something deeper, something solid and true. You don't love like a moment, you love like a plan. You love with intention, with heart and with hands. And that kind of devotion feels rare and profound, because it doesn't need noise to be deeply felt and found. If love ever feels ordinary, I won't assume it's gone, because ordinary is where the strongest loves live on. You taught me romance doesn't fade when it's built on respect. It becomes something lasting I'll never forget. I don't need a perfect love, I need something true, something built on presence, something like you. If love feels calm and honest and doesn't try to pretend, then loving you feels like where I want this life to end. Something true. feel this quiet and still feel complete. You don't feel the silence, you let it breathe like moments don't need noise to mean something to me. I've been in love that talked too much, trying to prove it was real. This feels like understanding before anything is said or revealed. You sit beside me patiently, like time isn't something we chase. And suddenly the world slows down enough for me to feel safe. You say love doesn't need momentum, it needs direction. Two people walking steadily without constant correction. I think about how often I confuse chaos with fire. Now fire feels like warmth that doesn't ever expire. I don't feel restless, I feel right. If love feels quiet but never feels cold, if staying feels natural as we grow old, then loving you feels lasting, like something meant to be. Because real love doesn't rush, it learns how to stay with me. I imagine slow evenings when her air lights turn low, still choosing each other when life moves slow. Not because nothing goes wrong, but because we don't run. And that kind of commitment feels rare when it's done. You don't love in highlights, you love in days, in small consistent choices, in 1,000 quiet ways. And that kind of devotion feels deeper than flame, because it doesn't burn out, it remains. If love ever feels ordinary, I won't call it gone, because ordinary is where the strongest loves belong. You taught me romance can live in the calm, in the true, and that loving slowly is how love stays new. If love feels quiet but never feels cold, if staying feels natural as we grow old, then loving you feels lasting, like something meant to be. Because real love doesn't rush, it learns how to stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Never made me doubt that staying was a choice. I've been loved with fear before, with ultimatums dressed as care. I was always measuring words, afraid love might disappear. You don't threaten distance, you don't keep score. You make staying feel easy, like love doesn't need war. You say love grows in honesty, not pressure or demand. And suddenly commitment feels like holding someone's hand. You don't rush my healing, you don't rush my trust. You say we'll take this slowly, like love never should rush us. I think about all the times I stayed out of fear alone, and this feels like choosing love because it feels like home. I don't feel control, I feel free. If love feels like freedom instead of restraint, if choosing you feels natural, not something I fake, then loving you feels honest in the best possible way. Because real love doesn't trap you, it invites you to stay. I imagine years ahead, still choosing this tone, still finding romance in the life we've grown. Not because love demands it, but because it feels true. Because staying feels better than anything else I could do. You don't love halfway, you love with intent. You show up consistently, not just when it's convenient. And that kind of devotion feels rare and profound, because it doesn't ask for proof, it's already found. If love ever feels fragile, I won't pull away. I'll lean into honesty and choose you that day. 'Cause loving you taught me that freedom and love can live in the same place when built from trust. If love feels like freedom instead of restraint, if choosing you feels natural, not something I fake, then loving you feels honest in the best possible way. Because real love doesn't trap you, it invites you to stay. Stay. I didn't know love could feel this sure. You don't promise forever, you don't promise forever, you promise presence. You show me love in actions, not empty sentences. I've been loved with big words that disappeared in time. This feels like something grounded, something quietly divine. You don't rush my answers, you don't push my pace. You let love unfold naturally at a human pace. You say love is choosing daily, even when it's not easy. It's staying when life feels heavy, not just when it's breezy. I think about how often I ran from uncertainty. Now uncertainty feels softer because you're next to me. I don't feel afraid, I feel ready. I don't need perfect timing, I don't need a sign. If loving you feels steady, then I know it's that feels this calm doesn't disappear with doubt. It grows stronger with time as it's lived in and out. I imagine growing older, still choosing this love, still finding romance in everything we've become. Not because passion faded, but because it learned depth. Because love didn't rush itself into something it couldn't protect. You don't love like a moment, you love like a life. You choose consistency over drama and fights. And that kind of commitment feels rare and true, 'cause it doesn't just say I love you, it shows it too. If love ever asks for courage, I won't hesitate. I'll meet it with presence before it's too late. Because loving you taught me what real love is for. It's not chasing forever, it's choosing you more and more. I don't need perfect timing, I don't need a sign. If loving you feels steady, then I know it's right. Because love that feels this calm doesn't disappear with doubt. It grows stronger with time as it's lived in and out.